No announcement. No explanation. Just one unexpected appearance. And suddenly the entire Chinese entertainment world stopped breathing. Why was Liu Yuning there? At a moment meant for Zhao Lusi and Wang? It started like any other ordinary morning. No red carpets. No flashing lights. Just an airport, quiet and routine. Until it wasn't. Within minutes, photos began circulating online. Blurry at first. Then clearer. Then undeniable. Liu Yuning, walking side by side with Zhao Lusi. No security chaos. No dramatic gestures. Just two familiar figures moving calmly through the terminal. Zhao Lusi wore a light-colored hoodie. A cap pulled low. Trying, yet failing, to stay unnoticed. Beside her, Liu Yuning in a dark jacket and mask. His tall frame and unmistakable posture instantly recognizable. Witnesses noticed something else. Something subtle, but impossible to ignore. He carried her small bags. He stayed close. He checked her documents. Quietly. Naturally. No cameras invited. No statements prepared. And yet, every movement felt meaningful. Within minutes, social media exploded. Fans didn't scream. They whispered. Because this wasn't staged. This wasn't promotional. This felt real. But what no one expected was that this was only the beginning. As fans tried to process the airport moment, another detail surfaced. One that changed everything. Zhao Lusi wasn't just traveling. She was heading to an event with Wang. An appearance already anticipated. An actor known for overwhelming charisma. A name that alone can dominate trending charts. Now add Zhao Lusi to that equation. And suddenly, three names collided in one story. Liu Yuning, Zhao Lusi, Wang. Different paths. Different energies. One unexpected intersection. The internet reacted instantly. Some fans froze. Others screamed, digitally. Timelines flooded with screenshots, slowed-down clips, and endless analysis. Why was Liu Yuning there? Why that morning? Why so quietly? And then came the real shock. Later that day, Liu Yuning appeared at the concert. No press release. No spotlight. Just presence. And that presence sent shockwaves through fandom culture. As the images and videos continued to spread, the fandom didn't explode all at once. It divided, quietly, emotionally, and deeply. On one side were fans who felt their hearts soften. They saw Liu Yuning not as a headline, but as a presence filled with restraint and maturity. No possessiveness. No interruption. No attempt to claim attention. Just support. They spoke about emotional balance. About how rare it is to see a public figure stand beside someone important to them, without trying to control the narrative. For many, this wasn't drama. This was growth. But on the other side, emotions stirred differently. Seeing Zhao Lusi and Wang connected to the same moment. Reawakened memories long buried in the fandom's collective heart. Scenes from past dramas. Expressions once dissected frame by frame. Chemistry that had never truly faded. Not jealousy, but nostalgia. Fans found themselves remembering why those stories mattered to them in the first place. Comparisons emerged, yes, but they were softer than expected. Less aggressive. More reflective. Because this time, it didn't feel like competition. It felt like different chapters of the same story, briefly overlapping in real life. And in the middle of it all, Liu Yuning said nothing. No social media post. No clarification. No denial. And that silence became the loudest part of the conversation. In an industry where every movement is calculated, silence is rarely accidental. Liu Yuning has long been known for guarding his private emotions fiercely. He doesn't turn feelings into performances. He doesn't trade intimacy for relevance. That's why his appearance carried weight. Because he didn't need to stand on stage. He didn't need to be acknowledged publicly. He didn't need the spotlight. He simply chose to be there. Fans described it as presence without possession. Support without ownership. A kind of strength that doesn't demand recognition. Meanwhile, Zhao Lusi embodied calm professionalism. Despite the attention, she remained gracious. Greeting staff. Acknowledging fans. Carrying herself with warmth and composure. Her smile didn't waver. Her posture didn't tighten. It was the kind of quiet confidence that only comes from experience. Wang, already at the venue, fulfilled his role seamlessly. Charismatic, focused, and composed. exactly as expected from a star of his stature. 3 individuals. 3 reputations. 1 shared moment. And yet, no chaos. Entertainment media tried to fill the silence with analysis. They measured glances, counted steps, zoomed in on expressions. But no angle could manufacture drama, where none was offered. Because what unfolded wasn't spectacle. It was restraint. This moment stayed with people, not because it was shocking, but because it was human. In a culture obsessed with declarations, this was a story told through action alone. No explanations, no labels, no forced clarity, just individuals navigating visibility with dignity. Fans across the world resonated with it because they recognized themselves in it. The unspoken support, the trust that doesn't need reassurance, the respect that exists even when paths briefly diverge. This wasn't about rivalry. It wasn't about choosing sides. It was about emotional maturity inside an industry that rarely rewards it. And that's why the moment lingered. As the night ended and the lights dimmed, questions remained, but not the kind that demand answers. Instead, they invited reflection. What does support look like when no one is watching? What does strength mean when silence speaks louder than words? No one knows what comes next, but one truth is undeniable. For a brief moment, the entertainment world paused, not for a scandal, but for a reminder that behind every spotlight are real people, real emotions, and stories powerful enough to be told without a single word spoken.